I will now show you some of the content in more detail. For example, here we have a music word search, and you just click on the title itself. In this case, as a tutor, you can preview the quiz, whereas a student would actually attempt a quiz. Click on the preview and start attempt. It's telling you there's a time limit for this one of 5 minutes. And then when we see the actual quiz itself, in this case it's a word search with instructions, and basically you find the words, and in this case we're giving them clues of the first and last letter. Once they've completed that, they click the finish attempt, and it will then give them feedback on which questions they've got correct, and if they've got them wrong, it will also show them the correct answer in this case. However, if you're using a testing mode, they wouldn't get the correct answer. Here is an example where the students can listen to questions and answer them from a choice. They can control the audio, pause or even scroll to listen to all the questions, and each question is given a number. So for example, question 1, they can choose their answer. I like most types of music, but especially rock music. Question 2, they can choose the answer and then click finish attempt once completed. We're now looking at a reading example. In this case, the student is required to read an article and answer questions. So the first thing is to read the article and then put the missing sentences in the right place. Here's an example where they need to look at words which in context could have different meanings. So for example, artist is performer in this context. We then have definitions, so a phrase or form of words written in memory of a person who has died. Again, that word epitaph was used in the sentence. Other phrases that might be used, for example, he had a slim figure. And then, similar to the Cambridge exam, really testing their knowledge of sentences and what they actually mean and making choices on those. Another fun feature of the Hub is that students and tutors can have discussions. By clicking on here, this is an example where the tutor has asked a question, and then students can reply with answering the question, but also then reply to other students' answers. And hopefully you get a nice, interesting discussion going. And you can also use these discussions during the lessons if you wish. At the end of each week, there will also be a short test on maybe 1 or 2 elements from that week's course. For example, here we have a speaking test and a vocabulary test. With these, they will have 1 chance to complete the test, and their scores will go into the grade book and also contribute towards the award of badges.